Listen up, man. Ain't no introductions needed. You read the title, right? A perfect life does not exist, but a dharmic one does. Yes, sir. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Listen up, my guy. A perfect, beautiful, and peaceful life does not exist, but a dharmic and natural one does. And you might be wondering, okay, man, what the fuck does that even mean, bro? What is a dharmic life? Why can't my life be perfect? That's what I thought I was pursuing. That's what I thought I was progressing towards. Now you're telling me that my life can't be perfect, but it can be dharmic. Will make that make sense? Relax. Relax. Relax, my guy. I'm gonna need you to just take a deep breath. Come on, do it with me. Get yourself grounded, because it's time for your boy to break this bitch down real quick like a brick for y'all. So first things first, what you must come to understand along this journey that we call life is that you, me, and everybody that you see has been given a script by society on what it means to live a quote-unquote successful life. Yes, sir. Let that marinate into your motherfucking mind. Let that sink into your psyche, my guy. You, me, and everybody that you see from the moment we were born, we're given a script. Had a script programmed into our psyche by society to tell us what it means to live a quote-unquote successful life. By our friends, by our family, by our teachers, by our schools, by social media. All of these things have implanted a script into your mind on how to live your life in a successful manner. Everybody tells you how to live a quote-unquote perfect life. They think that they got the answers. But you and I both know that's not the case. That is not the answer. They do not have the answers. The only person that knows how to live a successful life in your existence is you. It's not me. It's not your mom. It's not your dad. It's not your friends. It's not your family. It's not society at all. It is you. You know how to live your life in the way that is most natural to you. That knowledge, that knowing, that understanding is something that the ancient Aryan traditions of the East called your dharma. You see, dharma is a very hard word to categorize within the English language. But doing my best, what I can say is that dharma is your duty. Your dharma is your destiny. Your dharma is what's most natural to you. You see, a perfect life does not exist because your idea of perfect is imperfect. Your idea of living this successful life is unsuccessful. Why? Because the script is not individualized. It's not designed for you as a unique expression of the divine. You cannot live this life that somebody else told you to, and it might have worked out for them, and expect the same results. But that's how the world works. That's how the Maya, that's how the Matrix, that's how this reality works. It's a one-size-fits-all solution on how to be successful in life. It comes from, again, the schools. It comes, again, from your friends, your family. It comes from social media, self-improvement, religion. All of these different avenues are bombarding you from all different angles, telling you how you should live your life. A set of rules, a set of codes, a set of conducts, a script for you to follow blindly, thinking that if you do this, you'll be successful. If you do this, you'll have a perfect life. If you do this, you'll finally be happy. That's not how reality works, though. Because you can't tell a lion to eat the same food a cow eats. You can't tell a cow to eat the same food a lion eats. You see, in this world that we live in, it's black and white. We live in this state of duality. We live in this state of morality, where this is good and that's bad. This is beneficial to you, that is evil. There is no real definition of what's good and what's bad, because there is no absolutes in this life. You see, a lot of these Abrahamic traditions and religions, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, which govern the entire matrix. If you guys want to know what's the real matrix that's actually pulling all the strings, it's these Abrahamic traditions. We are living in an Abrahamic system. The matrix is an Abrahamic system. It runs off of this dogma of this is a good life and this is a bad life. This is going to get you to heaven. This is going to bring you to hell. You live your life like that, whether you are religious or not, because you are stuck in this religious system that pushes these morals on your mind, making you think that you have to do this, this, and that, or you will fail. Well, I'm here to tell you right now, that is not the case. You can be the perfect goody two-shoes motherfucker, follow the exact script of what society laid out for you, what your religion laid out for you, what your mom, your dad, your friends, your family, self-improvement, society, social media laid out for you, and still remain a motherfucking loser your entire life. You can follow the script to a T. Have it be flawless. Yet you're still living out of alignment to what makes you perfect. You see, again, there is no such thing as a perfect life, but there is an imperfectly perfect life for you. Let me say that again, because that's a bar. Write it down, motherfucker. There is no such thing as a perfect life, but there is a perfectly imperfect life for you, for me, and everybody that you see. That is their dharma. That is their destiny. That is their duty. This is what allows you to express yourself to the fullest potential. Allows you to experience life the way you were meant to live. The way you were meant and designed by the motherfucking divine to do. But there is no script. There is no set of rules. There is no conduct. There is no good or bad. Because there is only what pushes you to your dharma and what pulls you away. Every decision that you make in life, there is no more good or bad if you follow this path. There is no good or evil. There is only what is good for you and what is bad for you. And when we talk about good or bad, it's either the things that are good for you, we categorize it in the manner of, does it get you closer to expressing your dharma, or does it pull you away? You know, you might do something good in the eyes of society, the eyes of your religions, the eyes of the people around you. But it could be negative towards you and your dharma. It could be pulling you away from your destiny. Yes, on the surface level, you might think, oh man, this is a good thing I'm doing. I'm following this rule. I'm going to school. I'm getting a job. I'm getting this. I'm doing that. Getting a house, getting a wife, getting kids. Maybe that wasn't a part of your dharma. And now you're living life out of alignment to what's natural to you. You see what I'm saying? You picking up what the fuck I'm putting down? These conditions that you have embedded into your consciousness have caused you to live life like a fucking automaton, like a bot, like a slave to the system, only hoping that if you do this, and this right, that you'll finally live the perfect life. You'll live the life that everybody says is successful. You'll live the life that everybody praises. But that life could be pulling you away from your true destiny, from your true dharma, from your true purpose, and what's going to bring you fulfillment. That is the first layer that you must break free from if it comes to this whole process of conscious evolution that you are looking to walk upon. Think about it in the terms of diet. Everybody out there tells you this is the right diet for everybody out there. This is the perfect diet, the carnivore diet, the animal-based diet, vegetarian, veganism, all that shit. Everybody tells you this is the right way to eat as a human being. But is there actually one perfect way to eat? No, because all of us grew up in different parts of the world. All of us have different gut microbiomes. All of us have different individual and unique traits that must be understood and applied to what we eat. There is not a one-size-fits-all solution to diet, so why do you fucking think that there's a one-size-fits-all solution to life, to spirituality, to success, towards anything? This is what I'm saying. The Abrahamic system that we're living in is pure dogma. That if you do this, you'll have a perfect life. For some people, that might be dharmic for them. That might be destined for them. That might be their duty. But for everyone to tell people that is absolute fucking nonsense. And this is why you see so many people in today's day and age living in a state where they're out of alignment to their true nature. They're addicted to this, and that because they're trying to escape this constriction that they have over their consciousness, which deters them from their dharma. There is only, again, what is dharmic to you and what is adharmic to you. When I say adharmic, I mean non-dharmic, undharmic. And again, what does dharma mean? It is what's natural to you. There is no good or evil. You look at a lion that kills another animal. Most people morally think that, oh man, killing, murder is so bad, this, and that. If the lion doesn't kill and hunt its food, and you just give it fucking vegan Beyond Meat, you might think, oh man, it's being a good animal. It's not killing. It's not causing harm or sin or whatever the fuck you have in your mind. But in reality, not killing, not following its nature, not being a predator, is pulling it away from what's natural to it. And when you take a lion out of its elements, you put it in a zoo, you give it Beyond Meat, it starts to deteriorate mentally, physically, and also spiritually. That is what's happening to you right now as well. Everybody, from the moment they were born, were given a script on how to live a quote-unquote successful life, a perfect life. That if you do this, and that, in this successive order, you will achieve a happy life. For some of you guys out there, this path will work. The 9 to 5 will work. I'm not saying everybody's got to do some crazy ass shit to follow their dharma. For some of you, that will work. The general script of society. And that's beautiful. That's amazing. That brings you towards your nature. But for some of y'all, you know it. While you were in school, you hated school. While you were doing your homework, you hated homework. While you're working a job, you hate your job. Not because you're lazy, not because you're stupid, not because of any of this shit, because it's unnatural to you. Some of you guys just need to go watch football on Sunday, drink some beer, and work on a farm. That's what's natural to you. Some of you guys need to become entrepreneurs. Some of you guys need to become scholars. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. It all depends on your nature, on your dharma. Your life must reflect your dharmic essence. Just like how the planets revolve around the sun in the solar system, every aspect of your life must revolve around your nature, revolve around your dharma, if you want to live as close to perfection as possible. Because even though I said in this video, a perfect life doesn't exist, an imperfectly perfect one does. When you are living in alignment to your dharma, doesn't mean your life is perfect. Doesn't mean it's all fucking sunshines and rainbows, but it's natural to you, and that's what makes it perfect. You see a lion that's out in the jungle, that's doing its thing, living dharmically, doesn't have a perfect life. It's starving sometimes. It gets attacked by other animals. You know, maybe its children die, but it's dharmic to it. It will take that over anything in life, over being coddled in a fucking zoo. Do you want to be coddled in this fucking societal zoo? Or will you grow the pair of nuts, grow the pair of balls to pursue what is your destiny, to pursue what is natural to you? I mean, what's the point of life? What's the point of life if you're not going to live naturally, if you're not going to live dharmically? To just fit into this role society wants to mold you into a mere cog in the machine? With these morals, with these standards that you got to live up to? Who says you got to go to school? Who says you got to have your hair cut in this way? Who says you got to dress in a certain manner? Who says that you got to vote? Who says you got to do any of this shit? It's the system. The system tells you this, and you follow it blindly because you've been given that script from the moment you were born. And the moment you were born, you were just drowning in this idea of, I have to be successful. I have to follow these standards. I got to make my family proud. I got to make society proud. You're living in a motherfucking hive mind. And this hive mind has a big ass chokehold over your consciousness. You are tricking yourself into believing that you're living a successful life. But once you get there, once you have all the things that they laid out for you, why do so many people suffer from midlife crises? Why do so many people self-delete themselves? Even though they might have everything, and on the surface level, it might look great. It might look amazing. But deep down within, they are still empty. They are still suffering. They are still in a state of spiritual dissatisfaction. If that's the case, if they follow the script perfectly to the T, hit every single marker, hit every single checkpoint, yet they're still not satisfied, make sense for me. Make that make sense for me, my guy. It's because Dharma was not actually thought of within this equation. And I don't blame most people in the modern day world for that, because these dharmic traditions of the East are not taught. This idea, damn, that bird knows what's going on too. This idea of Dharma is not prevalent in today's day and age. It's just dogma. It's just morality. That this is what you should do in life. This is what's going to make you successful. This is what's going to make you a good citizen. All that bullshit. But it never addresses your true individual and unique nature, your essence that nobody else can replace, and nobody else can tell you how to live in accordance to that but you. This dharmic information is literally embedded into your motherfucking DNA, my boy. You already know how to live your life perfectly. You already know how to live your life better yet dharmically. You just forgot it. Why did you forget it? Well, you are suffering from a state, what I like to call spiritual amnesia. Not dementia, not fucking Alzheimer's. I'm talking about spiritual amnesia. You have forgotten that you are something beyond the brain and body. You have forgotten that you hold all the answers within. You have forgotten that there is a natural destined path for you to follow. Because you believe that all you are is just the brain and body. You believe that all you're brought here to do is just satisfy the brain and body. Because that's what you've been sold and told from the moment you were born. So you live in accordance to this script that gives you a little bit of dopamine, gives you a little bit of ego boost, gives you a little bit of pleasure, sensual pleasure. And you think that, oh man, well, I am feeling status. I am getting my survival down. I am having sensual pleasures. This is all life is about. So this script has to work. But why deep down within do you still feel dread? Do you still feel unfulfilled? That is signs and signals from your spirits, from your subtle aspects of consciousness telling you. Just like how if you put your hand on the stove, your body will send signals to the brain telling it to take it off because you're burning, because there's pain. That pain, that depression, that subtle information sent from the spirit to your brain, giving you the knowledge that, hey man, you're still unfulfilled. This is not what you're meant to do. All of that is telling you, screaming at you, that you have been tricked into believing that this is a perfect life. But you've abandoned your dharma during this whole process. You see, there's a great quote from the classical text called the Bhagavad Gita. If you guys have never read the Bhagavad Gita yet, man, you are missing the fuck out. That is a beautiful, beautiful text that portrays this idea of dharma amazingly. And in this whole book, there is a dilemma where there's this warrior whose name is Arjuna, and he's about to go into a battle against his own family, against his own cousins, against his own teachers. He was destined to be a warrior, But now he's in a dilemma that I don't want to go fight my family. I don't want to go fight my cousins. I don't want to go fight my teachers. I want to abandon my dharma. Krishna, who is a incarnation of Vishnu within the dharmic traditions of Sanatana Dharma, is portrayed as a guide for Arjuna. Basically like a therapist for Arjuna during this whole dilemma. And throughout the book, they're just going through a conversation with each other before the war happens. And basically, one of my favorite parts of the Bhagavad Gita is where Krishna told Arjuna, it is better for you to follow your own dharma, pursue your own dharma imperfectly than it is to follow somebody else's perfectly. It is better for you to pursue what is natural to you and quote unquote fail in the process. And I put air quotes with the fail because there is no failures when you are pursuing your dharma. It's just what's natural to you. It is better for you to do that than to follow somebody else's perfectly. That one quote shook me forever. It's such a beautiful understanding of this whole reality, of this whole existence, of this whole path that we're on when it comes to the spiritual journey. You see, the spiritual journey, I've talked about it many times. It's not about how spiritual you sound. It's not about, the way you talk. It's not about the way you look. It's not about getting enlightenment. It is simply just about discovering your dharma and living in accordance to it. That's all it is. That's all that matters. That's all that you should really care about when it comes to the spiritual path and just life in general. All the other shit doesn't matter. What merits you get, what morals you follow. You have to bend the rules, break the rules, and realize there is no motherfucking rules. There is no one set of rules that works for you and is going to work for me. What is dharmic to me might be adharmic to you, aka non-dharmic. What is non-dharmic to me might be dharmic to you. And I should look at that and applaud you and praise you and keep continuing to tell you to pursue that. But what do you see in today's society? If you are not following the set rules, standards, or whatever, you're viewed as a failure. Everybody's worried about you. Oh man, you failed this test in school. Oh man, you're getting fired from jobs or this and that. You're gonna go do your own thing. You're crazy. You're not normal. What the fuck is normal? To be a fucking slave? To be an NPC? To be a robot? If that means normal, man, I'll be the most abnormal motherfucker you've ever seen walk this earth. Who told you gotta even wear clothes? Who told you that you gotta do this? Who told you that you gotta cook your food? You can do whatever is dharmic to you. And I don't want you to think that, oh man, that means I can do whatever, this and this and that. Yes, you can do whatever. But each one of these decisions that you make is not dharmic. This is the whole idea of karma. You can do whatever. You can do the sins. You can do the holy things. But at the end of the day, you are the one who will have to deal with the consequences that comes about from it. You do something adharmic, non-dharmic, you're getting pulled away from your dharma. By all means, go do it. But you're going to start living unnaturally, and then you're going to pay the consequences for living unnaturally. The pain, the suffering, the this and that. And sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes you need to do something non-dharmic to ping pong you back and realize that, oh shit, this is not what I want to do. So funny enough, the thing that you did that was non-dharmic actually became dharmic because it pushed you towards your dharma. See, there is no rules. There's no black and white. There is no dogma. There is no duality. Life is just a big exploration of consciousness. And as you explore each crack and crevice, you start to realize what works for you, what doesn't work for you. You start exploring each and every single food in the nutritional column, the pyramid. You'll realize soon enough which ones work for you, they make you feel good, and which ones make you want to shit your goddamn pants. Is that food bad? Is that food evil? No, it's not. But it's not for you. You see, even in the Aryan traditions, diet was associated with dharma. For those who were warriors, for those who were in the specific caste of the Kshatriyas, AKA the caste means your role in society was to be a warrior. You upheld righteousness. The way you ate was different from the monks. The way you ate was different from the merchants. The way you ate was different from the common workers, because your diet followed your dharma. Like I said, man, your dharma is like the sun. Everything else revolves around that if you want to live in alignment to your nature, towards what's natural to you, towards the state where life becomes effortless. It becomes fully effortless. It's not like you don't put any effort, but it's natural for you. You know, the lion doesn't got to think about being a lion. It's effortless, even though it's putting effort into it. That's the state that you're aiming for. That's what you think is going to happen when you follow this fucking set of rules, codes, and conducts that society told you. Your soul thinks that's going to happen. But then when it gets to that point and it don't happen, that's when you start having to crash out. That's when you have all these crises. And then you go deeper into addictions. You go deeper into compulsions, deeper into dependency into the external world to distract you. All this dopamine to distract you from the fact that you are not living in alignment to your dharma. A perfect life does not exist. Following somebody else's set rules, codes, and conducts of life does not work. You must discover yourself, what is natural to you, and live in accordance to that. Some people might view that as evil. Some people might view that as demonic. Some people might view that as bad, but it don't mean shit, because what you do when you live in alignment to your dharma is you go beyond good and evil. This is a concept that you see within the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche's whole ideal. He has literally a book called Going Beyond Good and Evil. When you are living in alignment to your dharma, there is no good, there is no evil. There is what's dharmic to you and what's non-dharmic to you. In the Bhagavad Gita, that warrior, Arjuna, by him abandoning his dharma, even though he might be looked as peaceful, oh man, you're so good, you're not fighting your family, you're so moral, you're holding up the standards of society. Him doing that, abandoning his war, might be viewed in a good manner, but actually deep down, it's hurting him. It's hurting his duty. It's hurting his destiny. And it's hurting the cosmic order of reality. You see, when you live in alignment to your dharma, you're playing your role within this cosmic symphony the exact way it's meant to be. You're meant to do this. And when you are not doing it, you are not playing your note within this melody of life. And now the song is offbeat. Yes, you might think that, oh man, I'm so successful by not doing this, not doing that. I'm so successful by doing this and by doing that. But if it's out of alignment to your dharma, if it pulls you away, you're actually becoming less and less successful, spiritually speaking. Surface level, cool, awesome, amazing. But I don't think that you're just trying to live for the surface level admirations and respects from other people in life that, oh man, you're so successful. You want to feel it within. You want to feel aligned. You want to feel dharmic, don't you? Because if you didn't, you would have already clicked off this video. You would have been triggered. You would have been pressed because of the way I talk. A lot of people comment on these videos. Hey man, can you stop saying all these bad words? Can you stop being so aggressive? You're trying to be spiritual. Man, fuck that. Who gives a shit about what you think is spiritual? This is dharmic to me. The way I speak, the way I cuss, the way I curse, the way I bring about this motherfucking message is dharmic. It's natural. I don't got to think about the words coming out of my mouth. I'm basically blacked out right now. I don't know what I'm saying. But I'm in alignment to my dharma. You see, I'm not sugarcoating shit to make other people and other standards and other things of what it means to be a spiritual speaker flood my consciousness, constrict me from expressing my true nature with this raw, authentic, and aggressive nature of my speech. I'm not holding that down for anybody. Because me doing that might be seen as better suited for YouTube or better suited for other people to understand the spiritual path, but that's not dharmic. Do you see what I'm saying? You break the rules, you bend the rules, you don't listen to what everybody tells you is right or wrong. You decide for yourself what brings you towards your dharma and what doesn't bring you towards your dharma, but you don't view it as right or wrong, good or bad. Because what you might view as good or dharmic to you, if you view it as good, you're going to tell other people, oh man, you should do this. Maybe it's not for them. And now you're pulling someone away from their dharma. There is no one-size-fits-all solution, but there is a science to discover what that dharma is. And this is universal. It doesn't go in the same successive chronological order of how you discover your dharma. Again, you already know what that dharma is, you just forgot it. So when I say discover, I'm talking about, more importantly, rediscover it. There is a process that is perennial. When I say perennial, it means it's timeless. It works for everybody and anybody. There is a process to this practice, and we call this the esoteric science of self-mastery. Self-mastery is not self-improvement. Don't get it fucked up. Don't get it twisted. Self-improvement is for fucking losers, and it's for people that think that they're living this perfect life by some douchebag on the internet telling them this is what it means to be a top G. This is what it means to be an alpha male. And some of y'all right now might be like, well, you're doing the same thing, but just talking spiritual lingo. Fuck no, I'm not. I don't want you to do what I'm doing. I want you to do your dharma. My dharma is to make sure everybody else who watches and supports my stuff is following their dharma. By breaking down this esoteric science of self-mastery, which is all about dissolving your karmas to discover your dharma. This is referred to as the right-hand path in the tantric traditions. It is referred to as dakshinachara, ascending yoga, where you consciously expand, ascend, and evolve through the spine. And when I say spine, I'm talking about the chakras, because each one of these are planes of consciousness. Each plane of consciousness, each chakra holds a piece of the puzzle of what your dharma is. But you can't grab that piece of the puzzle if you have karmic entanglements within that plane of consciousness, because that keeps you stuck there. Your karmas keep you stuck in certain planes of consciousness. And you don't get to realize your full scope and spectrum of existence, which again holds puzzles, holds pieces, holds the infinity stones that you come together and piece all at once, that shows you and paints you the picture of what your purpose is, what your personality is, who you are beyond the brain and body, and more importantly, what you were brought here to do, aside from just living this slave life that the script tells you that just brings you towards satisfaction, towards your senses. This is the process. This is the journey of uncovering what that is. You already know your dharma, but you forgot it. You forgot it. You forgot how to live naturally. You forgot how to live dharmically. You forgot your destiny. Are you picking up what the fuck I'm putting down? The more that you stay in this random fucking bizarre idea of this is good and this is bad, this is right and this is wrong, this is successful, this is failure, the more you live in this dualistic reality that is orchestrated like a puppet master by these Abrahamic systems, by the matrix, by the Maya, by the illusion, the more time you're gonna waste from truly understanding and expressing and feeling and living out your highest essence, your highest potential, what's the most natural to you. And we don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. That could be becoming a YouTuber, that could be becoming an artist, that could be becoming a musician, that could be becoming a doctor, that could be becoming whatever. There is no one size fits all solution to Dharma. It's universal. Again, Dharma is not dogmatic, but the esoteric science of self-mastery is universal. The way you use it is different. There's like different tools that you're using, different practices that you're using. Imagine this, you take this hammer and you pull out this karma. That's what this hammer or this practice does for this plane of consciousness. This practice is associated with this plane of consciousness. How do you use the hammer? We don't know. But there is specific practices that pulls out the karmas from each plane of consciousness. And again, as you pull out those karmas, what do you discover? A piece of the puzzle to your Dharma. This is the process of ascending yoga. This is the process of dakshinachara. This is the process of the right hand. And the right hand is all about renunciation. And when I say renunciation, I'm not trying to say that you just give up on life to discover your Dharma. No, you're reclaiming back your power from those compulsions that are draining your energy, draining your time, draining your focus, draining your overall essence into these planes because you believe that this is going to bring you a perfect life. Survival, sex, and status is going to bring you a perfect life. Biceps, bitches, and Bugattis are going to bring you a perfect life. Money, cars, clothes, and hoes are going to bring you a perfect life. You are programmed to think that, so all your prana, your life force energy, is pulled down to those planes of consciousness that push you towards that purpose, towards that pursuit. But as you know, that don't work for everybody. So how do you understand what works for you? How do you find your dharma? Well, again, you only got a couple pieces of the puzzle. You need to unlock the other planes of consciousness to unlock those puzzles. Well, you need prana to do that. You need energy, you need attention, you need focus to rise up your consciousness to the next plane and pull out the karmas. If you're stuck in karma, you're stuck in that plane. You must remove the karmic entanglements through austerities, through practices of renunciation, through spiritual disciplines. Not in a way of, oh man, doing this is evil, doing this is bad. No. Doing this is pulling me away from my dharma. Doing that is going to pull me towards it. Again, if you are stuck in compulsion of survival, sex, and status, we don't view survival as bad, sex as bad, or any of these planes of consciousness as bad or evil. We view it in the manner is it aligned to your dharma or is it misaligned? If it's misaligned, that means all these karmas are overpowering that plane. It's pulling all your prana there. It's pulling all your energy there, all your focus there, and it's malnourishing. It's not giving the same energy up to the higher planes of consciousness, which has the other pieces of the puzzle which come together to form your dharma. You want every plane of consciousness aligned to your dharma. That's how you figure out what your dharma is. And there's another whole part of the process called the left-hand path of Vamachara, where you actualize what that dharma is. How do you live in accordance to that dharma? But right now, for the time being, what you, me, and everybody that you probably see needs to do is first dissolve their karmas and discover their dharma. That is the right-hand path. That is the first initiatory practice, initiatory phase to walk up this mountain of self-mastery, to live a life that is aligned to you. This is what we talk about over here on this channel, over on the main channel. Matter of fact, if you don't know about the main channel yet, you are missing out, because this channel right here, bro, this is my second channel. Some of y'all motherfuckers don't even know that. The Philosopher Files is my second channel right here in the field, in the flesh, dropping y'all day games so you guys can make these games. You dig what the fuck I'm saying? No cuts, no edits, just straight up speaking off the dome. This is what we do over here on this second channel. So if you enjoy this type of content, raw, cut, unfiltered, like we're basically having a podcast, like we're talking on FaceTime, mano y mano, that's the type of shit that we cook up over here. But if you want to see another side of the coin where we are still uncovering this esoteric science of self-mastery, but from a different angle, that's what the main channel is all about, man. The main channel, aka The Philosopher, where basically every time you click on a video over on the main channel, you better be ready to have a cinematic experience, because these are motherfucking movies. These ain't just some regular videos. You got the high quality edits, the nice scripted content, the nice clean cut cinematic experience. That's what we're cooking up over on the main channel. So if you have not tapped into that yet, man, you are missing out, because again, we still talking about these same types of topics. We discussing these same types of concepts over there too, but just from a different angle, another side of the coin. So maybe you like this channel more than that main channel. Maybe you like the main channel more than this channel, but you ain't gonna know if you don't know. So definitely tap into both, get the best of both worlds, and you can find a link to my main channel within the description box down below. Just click that link, you'll be forwarded to the main channel, subscribe, get up on some games so you ain't out here looking like a lame. You dig what the fuck I'm saying? And also underneath the link to my main channel within the description box, you'll find a link to my Instagram. If you ever want to talk about these different types of topics, discuss these, or chop it up about these different types of concepts, my DMs are always open. Shoot your boy a shot, slide in the DMs. Not like that though, I don't roll like that. That ain't dharmic to me, my boy. But shoot your boy a message, don't be shy. Connect with me over there, man. Follow me on my Instagram and get up on game from all the other type of content that we're posting on that platform as well. Again, description box down below, my main channel and the Instagram right there for you. Make sure you go run it up, motherfucker. Run it up. But again, like I was saying, all the stuff that we talk about here on the second channel, over on the main channel, on the private Patreon community. Matter of fact, we got to take a quick pause right here, right now, for the motherfucking private Patreon community. Because look, bro, most people have already clicked off this video. Most people have already got triggered. Most people are stuck in a script. They're slaves to a system. Most people are trying to be normal, trying to be NPCs, but you still here, motherfucker. You still here. The masses have left. Who remains? The people like you. I like to call you motherfuckers spiritual savages. That's why you heard me. Spiritual savages. You are real aspirants of this path towards your Dharma. You are real devotees to Dharma. You are sick and tired of being sick and tired of trying to live a life that is perfect, that is successful in the eyes of others. And you want to live in alignment to your Dharma, to your destiny, to your duty, towards what's natural to you. But you got to be a motherfucking savage to be able to do that. You got to break the rules. You got to bend reality. That's why the spiritual path ain't all fucking sunshines and rainbows. You got to be a real savage to do this shit. Go against the grain of society. And if you still watching this video, I'm guessing you one of those savages. Because again, most people have already clicked off this video. Most people have already, blocked my channel, reported me by now. Because they're saying, oh man, this is blasphemy. Oh man, Jesus wouldn't approve. Oh man, this religion wouldn't approve. You got to follow the 10 Commandments. You got to follow society. You got to be this. Now, fuck all you motherfuckers. If you are still here, you're a savage just like myself. And if you are one of those motherfuckers, I'm going to need you to do me a quick favor right now. Go find the closest mirror to you. I don't care if it's in your bathroom. I don't care if it's in your selfie camera of your phone. I don't care if it's in somebody else's car window. Stare into that car window, look at him, make him uncomfortable, and take a good, hard look in that mirror. Come on now. I'll wait. I can wait all day. Because I need you to realize that that man that's staring right into your eyes, staring right into your soul when you look into that mirror, that motherfucker, come on now. Really let that image marinate into your mind. Let it sink into your psyche of that man. I need you to realize that you're doing that motherfucker, not me, a huge motherfucking disfavor by not joining up into the private Patreon community if you consider yourself someone who is a spiritual savage. Somebody who is ready to dissolve their karmas and discover their Dharma by walking up the right-hand path of self-mastery. Because I'm telling you, man, if you enjoy this content on this channel, you're enjoying the content that we're cooking up over on the main channel, your mind is going to be blown with the type of content that we're cooking up over on the private Patreon community, man. I'm talking about a treasure trove of exclusive content that you ain't gonna find on this channel, you ain't gonna find on the main channel. Matter of fact, you ain't gonna find it anywhere else on the internet, motherfucker, because this is a real deal game for your motherfucking brain to help you elevate on every single plane. You dig what I'm saying? Come on now, bro. We are uncovering this esoteric science of self-mastery to a level that you've never seen. And not only do you get access to all these exclusive videos, a treasure trove of all these exclusive videos by joining up as a member of the private Patreon community, but also you get access to all of our full guides, all of our in-depth occult lectures, all of our digital libraries, and most importantly, an invitation to the Philosopher's Circle. Yes, sir, you heard me right. Not the Philosopher's Circle. I'm talking about the motherfucking Philosopher's Circle, aka our private inner circle community, where you'll be surrounded with other like-minded men, with other spiritual savages that are walking side by side with you up the mountain of self-mastery. Again, the way that you make up the mountain of self-mastery is only aligned to your Dharma. You might start off on this side of the mountain, I might start there. You might take this route, I might take that route. But the tools are universal. The principles are universal. And the peak, the summit, is universal. We're all meeting up at the top of the mountain of self-mastery where we attain a state of self-realization. We understand who we are beyond the brain and body, beyond the conditioning, beyond the programming. And we understand what it is that we are beyond the programming, beyond the conditioning. The left hand, the descending part of the mountain, is when we go from understanding to understanding. We start to apply our Dharma back into the material world. But first, you must remove all the garbage, all the junk, all the gunk that is pulling you away from your dharma, that is keeping you stuck in karmas, that is keeping you stuck in the lower planes of consciousness, where all you think about is following the set rules, codes, and conducts of survival, sex, and status that the system tells you to follow. You must shred that script into pieces in order to realize the fucking divine blueprint embedded into your DNA that will pull you towards your dharma. If you want to be surrounded with individuals like that, who are as serious about this journey of self-mastery as you are, I'm telling you, man, the Philosopher's Circle is the place for you, my guy, because this ain't just a group chat. This is also where we host our bi-weekly mastermind live calls. We hop in a live call with me, as well as this community of like-minded men who are walking up this mountain of self-mastery side by side with you. We're going to hold you accountable, who want to see you elevate, and most importantly, want to see you liberate. I'm telling you, man, you've all heard the saying that you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around most with. And that is 100% fact, no cap in that rap. If you hang around 5 people that are slaves to the system, that are trying to live this quote-unquote successful life to look cool in society, look good in front of their friends and family, yet they are pulling themselves away from their dharma, you're going to be the 6th motherfucker on that same lane. But if you want to be a real spiritual savage that is walking up the mountain of self-mastery, that is truly pursuing what brings them true purpose in their life, and is pursuing the alignment to their nature, towards their destiny, I'm telling you, man, you better join up into this private Patreon community. You better be a part of the Philosopher's Circle, because this is the place to be, my guy. I can 100% guarantee you that shit. But if you need any more information about the Philosopher's Circle and the private Patreon community as a whole, check out the link posted in the pinned comment of this video, not the description box. The description box is again where you'll find the main channel link and my Instagram link. But I'm talking about the comment section. Just scroll right there. It's the first comment pinned up. Click that link, and you'll be forwarded to our page. And from there, you can join up as a member of the Philosopher's Circle, but also check out the other services I provide as well, such as application forms for my personalized coaching program. Because look, man, if you're someone who's truly serious about discovering your dharma through the process of dissolving your karmas, you want to live a life that's not perfect, but perfect to you. You're ready to break the rules. You're ready to bend reality. You're ready to go beyond good and evil through this esoteric science of self-mastery. I'm telling you, man, this is the coaching program for you, because this program is specifically designed for each and every single individual, using those tools of these universal tools of self-mastery, the universal science of self-mastery, but applying it to your situation, to your destination. You'll be guided by me personally. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, mano-y-mano, to help guide you up the mountain of self-mastery to, again, dissolve your karmas and discover your dharma by detaching, detoxing, and disintegrating all the karmic ties, whether it be mental, psychological, physical, spiritual, whatever it is, burning all those ties that is keeping you stuck in that realm, so you can actually take all those pieces of the puzzle and paint out the picture of your dharma. I'm telling you, man, this is the coaching program for you, for the real savages, for the true spiritual aspirants, and for those who are ready to truly ascend and evolve. If you're one of those motherfuckers in you, ready to make that leap of faith into the unknown and walk this right-hand path, shoot your boy an application. We'll see if your entry meets the qualifications and criteria for this coaching program. But also, if you just want to book a one-time call with your boy, discuss anything that you're dealing with to help you get back on the right track, that's what we got our consultation call booking link for too as well, which you can find in the pinned comment of this video. We can just hop on a call together, discuss anything that you're dealing with to help you get back on the right track and make sure that you're pursuing your dharma and not living a life where you're drowning in karmas just to, follow this alignment towards what the agenda of society tells you. It's better for you to fail pursuing your own dharma than it is for you to follow somebody else's perfectly. Never abandon your dharma. If you want to live a life that is as perfect as you can get, even though a perfect one in the eyes of the universe does not exist, the dharma is the only direction. So again, man, if all this stuff is posted in the pinned comment of this video. Just click that link, you'll be forwarded to our page, and from there you can pick and choose whether it's joining up into the Philosopher's Circle, applying for the coaching program, booking a consultation call with me, whatever it is, you can pick and choose which one of those services best suits you if you're someone who's really ready to take this next step of your conscious evolution and ascension towards discovering your Dharma through dissolving your karmas. Because again, man, I don't know your Dharma. Your mom doesn't, your dad doesn't, nobody knows your Dharma but you. But what I do know for damn sure is how to dissolve those karmas. I always bring up this analogy. Your Dharma is like the sun. The sun is always shining. It doesn't matter if you can't see it. It doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's snowing. It was raining a couple days ago. I couldn't see the fucking sun for shit. But do I think the sun is not there? No, the sun is always there. It's beaming on me, man, and it feels good. But even those days that it was raining, I knew it was there. I don't gotta find it. I don't gotta create it. You don't have to create your purpose. You don't have to create your destiny. It's already there. But in this case, the sun is covered up by clouds. However, in your case, the spiritual case, your Dharma is covered up by karmas. So in order for you to see that sun, you need to remove the clouds. In order for you to see your Dharma, you must remove your what? Karmas. There is a science to it. And I'm not making the science up, trust me. Everything that I speak about over here on this channel, on the main channel, the private Patreon community, my personalized coaching program, all of this shit has already been said and done. The Ascended Masters, the great Aryan sages from the past, from the East, have laid down the blueprint on how mankind can re-access and realign him back to the divine. Through this esoteric science of self-mastery, all I'm doing, my Dharma and my destiny for the time being, is to revive this knowledge, revive this wisdom, revive this ancient esoteric science of self-mastery and break it down like a motherfucking brick for y'all so you, the modern man, the modern spiritual savage, can apply into your life in a practical sense. Everything that I'm saying has already been said and done. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 9, there's nothing new under the sun. So don't believe me. Believe the sages. Believe the true Aryan mystics who understood the essence of Dharma, the understanding of the eternal natural way of reality within the universe and within the individual. You see, Dharma is not just your destiny. There is a universal Dharma. It's called the eternal natural way. That's what Dharma literally means. There is an eternal natural way for the universe to work and for you to work. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm, as above, so below. There is a science to this system towards discovering your Dharma. And all I'm doing is breaking it down like a motherfucking brick for y'all. Because my Dharma, aside from that, is to embody what Dharma looks like. My Dharma, my destiny, is to make sure you, as a spiritual savage, anyone who supports this channel, anyone who supports my work, anybody who taps into these videos, my Dharma is to ensure that you discover your Dharma. That is what brings me fulfillment. That's what brings me purpose in life. To revive this Dharma, to uphold the eternal natural way and bring it back into the modern day world because we are missing out on it. That's my Dharma, that's my duty, and hopefully you can feel it through each one of these videos. Hopefully you can feel it through my speech booming through the motherfucking screen. There is a side of you that has this intense passion for your Dharma as well, for your duty as well. It might not be this, it might not look like this, but there is that. And my Dharma, my duty is make sure that anyone who's a real spiritual savage, who's actually gonna walk up this mountain of self-mastery, that you have the guiding framework of how you can access your Dharma. All this stuff, again, that we talk about here on this channel, the main channel, the private Patreon community, my personalized coaching program, is all associated about this. I'm willing to die for Dharma. I'm willing to die for the fact that you as a spiritual savage can find your Dharma. That's what brings me fulfillment. It's not easy, it's not perfect, but it's perfect for me. So anything that helps me do that, I'm doing that. Even though I might bend some rules, even though I might break the reality system, I don't give a damn. And neither should you towards your Dharma. Because that's what's going to bring you towards your natural element. You know, you can take a bird out of the sky, put it in a cage, give it all the dopamine it needs, and program it to think that, oh man, this is successful, having a cage. But at the end of the day, the bird is going to be dying to fly. It is designed to fly, right? A bird is designed to fly. You put it in a cage and you say it's successful, you give it all the dopamine it can fucking handle. It's still going to be yearning to break free from this cage and fly. Just like a billionaire can have all the money, cars, clothes, and hoes in the world, have all the success that society views as, oh man, this is the pinnacle of life, yet still yearn for something deeper because maybe they're not living in alignment to their dharma. You take a fish out of water, don't matter how much dopamine you give it, it's going to be yearning to go swim. Doesn't matter how much you follow in accordance to the script that society has laid out for you in this realm of success. Doesn't matter how good you do it. If you're not living in alignment to your dharma, you're never going to be fulfilled. And you not having that fulfillment leads to distractions, leads to addictions, leads to compulsions as forms of you trying to escape and cope with this reality that you are empty and feel unfulfilled deep down within. If you don't want to end up like that, if you don't want to be a degenerate, if you don't want to be stuck in this hamster wheel of hedonism that the world wants to keep you stuck in, the only solution is to discover your dharma. That is it. I'm not trying to sound dogmatic. I'm not trying to make it sound like there's a one-size-fits-all solution. But for this case, yes, that dharma it looks different for everyone, so it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. But the umbrella term of dharma is the only solution. If you want to stop being in this state of dis-ease, aka disease, this dis-ease of the spirit and this disease of the spirit, dharma is the only medicine that's going to bring you back into alignment towards what you're meant to do, that you were designed to do. And there's a process of discovering that. And it's what we break down over here on this channel, on the main channel, the private Patreon community, my personalized coaching program, with practices like semen retention, celibacy, fasting, pranayama, meditation, all of these tools, tips, and techniques that pull out the karmas, burn the karmas, that keeps you stuck in that plane of consciousness so you can get that piece of the puzzle, get this infinity stone. And once you make it up to the top of the mountain, you put them all together and it tells you right there for you what that dharma is. You reveal what that dharma is. You clear out all those clouds and now you can see the sun shining for you. And the sun is screaming what that dharma is for you. I don't know what it is. No one knows what it is but you. But the only way you can find it out is by walking up this right-hand path of renunciation, of dakshinachara, of self-mastery. It ain't fucking easy. You got to be a savage to do this shit because you're giving up on all the things that you thought, oh, is going to bring me happiness in life. You are reclaiming back the power over those compulsions that are choke-holding your consciousness. And it ain't easy, but if you're a real savage, you're about this life. You don't give a damn. I'd rather you die walking up this mountain than die in comfort, but still in misalignment from your dharma. It takes a real savage to make up this mountain. But look, man, if you're still watching this video, I'm guessing that you are one of those motherfuckers. Because again, most people have already clicked off. I always say this to people that watch this channel, in specific, this second channel, aka the Philosopher Files right here in the field, in the flesh, dropping out that game so you guys can make these gains. You dig what the fuck I'm saying? You guys are more spiritually and psychologically matured than the masses. You're more advanced. Am I saying that you're better than everybody? Absolutely not. Am I saying that you're a chosen one because you watch this channel? Absolutely not. This ain't no new age fucking spiritual nonsense. This ain't some self-improvement garbage. None of that. What I'm just saying is the truth. Most people are suffering from brain rot. Most people can't watch a video for this long. And you add on top of that the density of the information that we cover over here, that's going over most people's heads. And they're clicking off real quick or not even clicking at all. But if you're still here, there is a reason. Because you resonate with the motherfucking message. The Dharma is speaking through me and to you. I'm just a conduit. I'm just a source to bring about this information to you. It's speaking through me and to you. Focus on the message. Forget about the messenger. I know I'm entertaining and I know I look good. And maybe the way that I break it down for y'all and spin it for y'all makes it make sense for you. Maybe it's the only way that clicks in your consciousness. But the message is the most important. Forget about the messenger. You resonate with the message because you didn't watch me yap out here for damn near an hour if you don't resonate with the message. This is a clear indication, a clear sign that it's time for you to walk up the mountain of self-mastery, that it's time for you to walk the right hand, that it's time for you to dissolve your karmas and discover your dharmic, because a perfect life doesn't exist, but a dharmic one does. This is a clear sign. I don't know how, I don't know why you are here. Maybe in the past lives, you dissolve some of the karmas that put yourself in a proper position in this life to actually receive this message so you can punch in your one-way ticket to spiritual liberation within this incarnation. I don't know, and I don't give a damn, and neither should you. All you should care about now is that you have the knowledge, you have the understanding, but I can't have you just leave that understanding as understanding. I can't have you leave that knowledge as knowledge. You need to turn that knowledge into gnosis. You need to turn that understanding into understanding. The only way you do that is through first-hand experience. The only way you discover your dharma is not by listening to more videos. It's by actually walking up the mountain firsthand for yourself. I can't do it for you. I'm walking up my own mountain. Everybody's walking up their own mountain. I can give you the sauce, the game, the tools, and guide you up it. But at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to get yourself to the summit. Nobody's here to save you. Nobody's going to come down the mountain and give you your dharma. You got to come up and fucking get it, boy. Don't be a little bitch. You got to come up and get it. And watching the next video, yes, I'm breaking down some game. Let's be honest, man. Nobody out here breaking it down like this. Nobody even breaking down any of this shit. Not even close. Let's keep it a buck. But it don't mean shit if you just watch my video, read book after book after book after book, like self-improvement fags that just keep watching video after video after video, self-help book. All those motherfuckers, they don't apply the wisdom. And what do we call them? We call them mental masturbators. Well, I'm calling you, yes, you. A spiritual masturbator, if you're just going to binge my content but never apply it. You need to renounce the things that you know are keeping you stuck in that plane of consciousness. And if you don't know, that's what we got the private Patreon community for. That's what we got the personalized coaching program for. That's what we got these consultation calls for. Again, pin comment down below. There's no excuse of, oh, I don't know how to get up. I'm breaking this shit down for y'all. You need to apply it. Because this is your incarnation. You cannot waste this incarnation on another cycle of spiritual degeneration, aka living alignment, where you might be succeeding in the eyes of society, but you are still living out of your essence. You cannot waste this incarnation on that. You know too much. If you watch just this video, you know too much. A perfect life doesn't exist. Now you know it. But a dharmic one does. What are you going to do about it? You got to punch in your one-way ticket to spiritual liberation within this incarnation. And what does that require? That requires sacrifice, and it requires you to be a savage, to run up this right-hand path, up the mountain, up the razor's edge. By no means is it easy. But hell, man, what the fuck else are you going to do at this point? You know too much. There's no U-turns. I just gave you the biggest red pill of your life. How do you respond? Some people will never get this information. Some people will get this information, yet have their dick in their hands and do nothing about it. And some people will have this information, walk up the mountain, but never make it to the top, while others will get this information and die. Either they get up the mountain or they die within the process. That is a spiritual savage. That's what differentiates an individual who's on this, thinking about the spiritual path, who's oblivious to the spiritual path, who's walking the spiritual path, and one who makes sure that they succeed on the spiritual path. That's savage nature. This is what it takes. This is the price you got to pay. If you're ready, then it's time. Because if it's not, you're not ready, you just wasted your time watching me yap. It's go time, bro. There's no excuse. You got all the content on this channel, the main channel. You got the private Patreon community if you're ready to take it up to another notch, really ascend and evolve. You got the coaching program if you're really trying to work with me directly one-on-one. You got the consultation calls. There's no excuse. Again, pin comment down below in the description box for my Instagram and main channel. This is what life is about. You can't live a perfect life, but you can live a dharmic one. Doesn't mean that you will, but the opportunity is there. And now that you've been informed about it, let's see what you're gonna do. I'm making sure my ass is gonna be sitting up at the top of the summit, where I can realize my dharma and I can walk back down and actually actualize my dharma. But you, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let's see. Will we see you at the top? Or will you just fold and flop? Let's end it off right there, man. A perfect life does not exist, but a dharmic one does, motherfucker. And it's your job to find out how to live dharmically, and it's your job to make sure that you do live dharmically after that. It's been your boy out here in the field, in the flesh, dropping out a game so you guys can make these gains. I'm out of here. Peace.